everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So I'm here today because it is Thursday, which means it's Booklist Thursday. This is something I do with Sarah. Over at Sarah's Nightstand, we come to you every Thursday with some sort of book thoughts, ideas, recommendations, something bookish related. So today is a follow-up to last week's video where Sarah and I did a giveaway. To remind you, I have a book, some book sleeves, some socks, a candle, a number of bookish items that I'm giving away. Now, please know that just came out of us being thankful for all of our subscribers and all of our viewers. I can speak for both of us, maybe. At least I know I really appreciate your support, you taking the time to listen to me talk about books, and I just wanted to show my appreciation for it. Unfortunately, there are some not so great people in this world. And so within my video, there was a number of scam type messages that were sent to anybody who commented. There's a plethora of people who commented and reached out to me in other ways and let me know that they had been messaged by somebody, not me, but looked like my profile, saying that they had won and requesting that they that there's a text exchange, and within that text exchange they ask for money to pay for shipping. Please no, I would not ask you for money for shipping unless you're purchasing something through my Etsy shop. If I am giving something away, I'm going to incur that cost myself. Out of just me wanting to share some bookish goodies with other people. Because that happened to a number of different people on a number of different comments, and I could never really catch when it was. It's like they would comment, and if you replied to the comment and texted them, then they would delete their comment, or they'd leave it out there for a little bit. I never actually saw the spam comments out there. I saw replies to them. So I wasn't sure how to stop it. So I eventually ended up basically taking the video down in a way so that no one else could hopefully, in hopes that it would avoid someone else either falling victim to it or having some sort of correspondence with this person, just trying to stop that from happening. And because I did that, it made it a little difficult for me to, not a little difficult, it wasn't that bad, but I had to go through a different way of picking my winner as well as giving the book recommendations that I've got. I had 220 comments, which is fantastic. It's 220 books that people are saying, go read these books. So it's a plethora of information that was out there that I was sad that I had to sequester, basically. So I'm taking a little bit different approach today because typically on Booklist Thursdays, we only talk about 5 books. I went through and I basically wrote down just about every book that I had not heard of, that people were talking about. So I'm going to tell you about, I have a whole page of books to talk about. But before that, let's pick the winner. So this is how I made it work. Here we go. All right, welcome to the office. We're going to pick our winner this way. So we have our random comment picker website. I have the video put in here to pick our winners. So let's go. All right, Sarah Wood, you are the winner of this giveaway. I will message you on YouTube. I will respond to this comment saying it's me, it's real, and then have you email me, and I'll leave my email address in there as well, and we can talk about getting you your goodies. So congratulations, Sarah. And then you said your favorite book of the year was Keeper of the Lost Cities. Absolutely. I'm really trying to get my daughter to read that with me. I'm not having any luck so far, but we're gonna still work on it. Anyway, so congratulations, Sarah. Super excited that you won. Again, I replied to your message with instructions on how to get a hold of me and how to get your prize mailed out. So as soon as I hear back from you, there we go. If for some reason you can't see that reply, message below and we'll connect that way. All right. So on to this incredible list of books that people are saying are their favorite books of the year that are books I have not heard of. So because I have quite the list, I'm keeping the descriptions of the books fairly short. So I'm only giving you a little bit of a snippet of what it may be. If you're interested in that book, I'm going to link them below to my Amazon storefront. And not saying you have to purchase it through there, but it will give you a better description of what the book is about and maybe help you determine if or which books you want on your library. So let me get started. First one I want to talk about is The Quiche of Death by M.C. Beaton. This is a cozy mystery. We have our main character, Agatha, who's newly retired. She enters a local baking contest where one of the judges is poisoned by what she made. Sounds good. Next one I want to talk about is Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason. So this one was a little bit harder to understand the full premise, but I think I've got it. So we have a raw journey through mental illness. We not only see it from the perspective of the person who is surviving it, but also the family and friends surrounding them is what I kind of got out of it. The next one I want to talk about are The 5 Wishes of Mr. Murray McBride. This is by Joe Sipple. This one sounds fantastic and I kind of want this in my life. So we have 100-year-old Murray McBride. He befriends a 10-year-old boy, and this 10-year-old boy has a terminal heart defect. And this little boy shares this basically bucket list with Murray of these 5 things he wants to do before he dies. And so they team up to complete this list, and it just sounds fantastic. Then we have The Brilliant Life of Eudora Honeysett by Annie Lyons, and this came with like 17 exclamation points. So I felt the need to point that out because the millennial in me, I guess, uses exclamation points. I think that's a thing. I'm not sure. I don't care. No shame. So this one, kind of similar to the book before, we have an elderly woman. She is ready to embrace death. She is ready for the end until she meets a little girl who reminds her what it means to live. Then we have Outland by Dennis E. Taylor. I kind of want this book in my life as well. There is a supervolcano in Yellowstone, and in this book it erupts, and it is up to, lost my spot. It's up to 6 university students and their experimental physics project to prevent the end of civilization. No pressure, no problem. You know, six kids. We're going to put our hopes and dreams in. It's fine, but it sounds great. Next one, again, I found it a little hard to kind of condense what this book is about. So it's Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand and Leonard Peikoff. So it sounds like it's a story of a man who said that he would stop the motor of the world, and he did. Yet, I believe it follows more than just one character in kind of how their lives are set up, either to disappoint or succeed, I believe. All it said at the end was, be prepared to check every premise at the root of your convictions. So I think it's one that's just going to test your beliefs. We'll see. Then we have A Mountain of Crumbs by Elena Gorokova. I think I said that right. This is a memoir of Elena's life as she grew up in the 1960s in Leningrad. She learned English fairly early, and she's kind of in this age of where old Russia and old Russian literature is gone, and now they're in this new form of policy and politics and life, and how she lives through that. It sounds fantastic. We have Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. Coven, hello, witches, I'm all for it. This one deals with all aspects of contemporary womanhood as we follow 4 phenomenally powerful witches. Sounds like they may have been friends at one time, might have lost that a little bit, and are coming back together as a group. I'm in it. I mean, you had me at witch. Next one again also has me. Summer at Tiffany by Marjorie Hart, another memoir set in the 1940s in New York. As Marjorie and Marty, who are friends fresh out of college, I believe they went to a school in Iowa. They arrive to New York and they want to become shop girls for the summer. They are kind of down on their luck and end up going to Tiffany and Company and become the first women ever to be on the sales floor. I'm intrigued. They gotta know some stuff, right? The next one we have to talk about is How High We Go in the Dark by Sequoia Nagamatsu. This one follows a group of anthropologists working in Siberia, and while they're on their dig, they discover a Siberian body of a prehistoric child, and when they uncover this, they inadvertently unleash a pandemic virus that kills children. Sounds a little heavy. Sometimes those are good books, though, I'm telling you. Then we have We Spread by Ian Reid. This one was brought up by two people. It's a psychological suspense centered around growing old, or is it something else? That's what I found out. We have The Crane Husband by Kelly Barnhill. This is a novella, but it sounds like it's packed full of a very powerful story of love, sacrifice, and family. We have The Secret Wisdom of the Earth by Christopher Scotton. This is a dramatic and deeply moving story about an act of violence in a small Appalachian town and the repercussions that will forever change a young man's view of human cruelty and compassion. Just sounds sad. Then we have Small Town Sins by Ken Jaworski. This is a gripping Rust Belt thriller that captures the characters of a down-and-out Pennsylvania town, revealing their troubled past and the crimes that cost them their lives. Again, sounds fantastic. We have Mistress at the Ritz by Melanie Benjamin. This is based on a true story about an American woman living in Paris, working for the French resistance during World War II. I believe she was some sort of spy at the Ritz where German officers would come and she would share secrets. So that sounds right up my alley. We're on page 2. Told you this is a list. We have Where You See Yourself by Claire Forrest. This is a YA tale, coming-of-age tale with a swoon-worthy romance about a girl determined to follow her dreams. We have The Odds by Jeff Strand. This one sounds good too. We have a husband and father, and he has found himself down on his luck within this gambling world, and so he's doing his best to try to find his way out of the casino, but he's in a bunch of debt. And so he goes into this one last, you really can't lose type of a gambling deal, but we all know what's going to happen. There we go. Then we have You've Reached Sam by Dustin Tout. This is another YA heartfelt novel about love, loss, and what it means to say goodbye. And then we have The Leftover Women by Jean Kwok. So this follows two unforgettable women on a collision course to kind of basically be thrown together. It's twisting, suspenseful as it explores identity, belonging, motherhood, and family. I believe it takes place in New York. I could be wrong. I didn't write that down. But we have a divided city. We have two women on very separated, severe economic and cultural differences on total opposite ends of the spectrum, yet they're bound together by a deep and emotional connection to a child. Interesting to see how that would come together. So there's my handful of books that I have for you, from you, that were suggested as best books of the year in all of my lovely friends, bookish friends' minds. So as I was going through this, I really resisted going on Pango and Book Outlet to get almost all of them. Very, very interested in it. If any of you guys have read any of these and you want to say, yeah, me too. Yeah, totally agree. That sounds fantastic. Or that book was really, really great. Comment below. Let's get some love around these unknown books, at least unknown to me. I feel like I know plenty of books. There are also really great ones on the list that I think are talked about every year that really are great books. Lessons in Chemistry and Fourth Wing, the Riley Sager book, the new Taylor Adams book. There's a lot of them there, but I just wanted to give some spotlight to some books that maybe you haven't heard of lately. Again, links below, check them out. Comment if you want to share any more books that you think are really great for us to know about. And then Sarah, again, fantastic winner. Congratulations. Please, again, comment below if you need to get in touch with me. We'll talk about how to get you your prize. And finally, again, biggest apologies for the craziness that happened with that last video. I'm so sorry to anybody who was reached out to from this person, had interactions with this person. It sounds like it wasn't pleasant. Again, please know that if there's anything I could have done to stop that, I absolutely would have. And so sorry for that happening. I appreciate you still being around and still sticking here with me. We'll figure out how to handle it a little bit better next time. Otherwise, head over to Sarah's channel, see who she picked for a winner for this week, as well as what books she's going to feature in her video. I think that's all. Thank you all again. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.